Hey everyone, welcome to I Totally Love It. My name is Susan, and today we're working on episode 44 of Junk Journal Sketches. This is where we take a scrapbooking layout or a card making layout and turn it into something we can use in our junk journals. So, this is a card layout that I came across on Pinterest, and this is the blog. I'll have that link below that it led me to, but it originally came from operationwritehome.org, which, from my understanding, is no longer in operation. So, um, like I said, this link will just take you to it's kskeepsakes.blogspot.com, and this was from 2013. And so, unfortunately, that's not in, I guess, business or operations anymore. So, but here's a sketch for us to use. So you can see this one has measurements where these are 4x1 strips. If you think about the color choices, like these would be the same, these would be the same, this would be different. And then you have something here that's 2x3, probably a picture. Um, but I'm not making a scrapbook, I'm making a junk journal. So you could totally put a bird there, a paper doll there, a butterfly, a flower, a label. So many choices you could um, think of with all the different themes that are out there. As far as the paper, I may not have mine matching. I may have 5 different pieces of paper, and I may even have more than 5. Um, just depends on what I come up with. Um, Obviously, this could be theme oriented to whatever it is you're working on, or it can just be in general, just something fun to make. A lot of us are making idea books, so this might be something you want to stick in an idea book. Um, I do see spaces between these, which I like. I've made something similar before, um, where we left some gaps in between. I think I made that for a Deal It Up challenge with Belinda over at Visualized NZ. And so this is kind of reminding me of that. So here are my thoughts. I'm going to make some journal cards. This would be great to do on an envelope if you have envelopes. Um, this could even be the window of an envelope and you just put scraps around it. But I am going to start with 2 pieces of pre-cut cardstock from Hobby Lobby, a black one and a craft paper one. These are, I believe, 6.5 inches long and 6.5 by 4.5. And you think by now I'd remember that, but I can't. I have so many other things in my head. So I don't know if these, I haven't done the math. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're talking inches, so it'd be 20 inches. No, that doesn't sound. Oh, that would be this way, Susan. Oh, that's 5 inches tall. That would work. Then you have your gaps in there, 4 inches wide, um, which would work because these are 4.5. And that would leave your spacing around the pieces there. But like I said, it doesn't have to be just like this. You could have torn edges. Well, I know I'm probably like a broken record when I say this, but I've made those little stamped page edges. You know, those will look great on there. Maybe I'll make one of those. We'll see. I did want to show you a little project I was working on since these things are on sale right now with school supplies. I've been keeping a lot of my ephemera labels in here, digital labels, in a bowl right here at my desk. Sometimes in a bag, a Ziploc bag, and so the other night I decided to do something different where I can see them because I usually am digging forever. And so I made this one. So far I've got Michelle from the Junk Journal Studio. Don't forget the word the Junk Journal Studio, and these are some of her labels, and I just used a tape runner. Package of tape runners I got from Michaels had 3 different types. I would probably suggest the permanent one because the removable one, the pieces were kind of falling off by the time I ran out of that one and moved on to the permanent one. The permanent one, I feel like I used less tape. So you'd only have like a little spot and then you just tear it off when you're ready to use it. Mine are not on cardstock. Mine are made with 28-pound paper for those in the States. So for this particular project that we're working on, we want something kind of tall. So maybe this one, maybe something from back here in the front, maybe this one up here. So those are, kind of neutral colored ones. And then you move into your blues. So there's a blue version of that neutral one. And maybe you want a circle. It doesn't have to be a certain shape, you guys. Make this work for you. And those are some green ones. I've used quite a few, so I left some space if I ever print them out again. But I've got a lot of pages left. So I'll probably pick a label out of there. Some other ideas I wanted to share with you before I get started. In April, the very first Junk Journal Madness journal we did was a recipe theme, and this is my bag still of all the things I pulled out for that. So, even making a card, a journal card for a recipe journal and putting, these little tidbits for cooking, or, some advertisements, those little things like that, or even a little bit of a recipe would work there. So like I said, depends on what your theme is. So I am working on a Junk Journal Madness journal right now, obviously, if you've been here. And that's bird. It's like a nature study. It's bird, butterflies, and flowers. But I probably will not put any of these things that I'm making from Junk Journal sketches in there, because I feel like that's a completely different style to what I'd probably make here. But I'm not going to say it's definitely not going in there, but it's probably not going in there. So I'll probably just make something vintage themed with maybe some neutrals, maybe some colors. I've pulled out my bags of scraps. This one, ignore that label. This one is just pattern papers, really like florals and stuff that really don't have anywhere to go. Black and whites. That's my bag of digital stuff. This is blues and greens. This one is pinks and oranges, and this side is yellows and oranges and peaches and things. It's kind of a mixed bag. Somewhere I have yellows, and I don't know where that is. Maybe that's with the pinks and the peaches. Anyhow, I have bags of scraps. That's my problem. And then I have the scrap bag. Y'all have probably seen that. And well, somewhere I have a bag that's purples and yellows. Where did that go? It's not this bag. This is the bag left over from a design team project. This is a guest design team project. Oh, found it. Purples and yellows, and this side has reds. Okay. So I don't know how you organize your big scraps like that, but that's how Susan does it. All right. Enough chatter. I'm going to find some scraps. These could be book pages, you guys, so it doesn't have to be scrapbook paper. It could be junk mail. You use the things that you like to use. And let's not criticize other people for using the things they like to use. So if you're a true junk journalist, go dig in your junk mail, your things that might go in the bin and use those. I like paper. I like pretty paper. I like vintage paper. I like all the things. So I'm going to use all the things. All right, you guys. So sit back, relax, enjoy some tunes, and let's get cracking. right, guys, so there we go. I was trying to figure out why that middle piece had to trim it. Well, it had 5 pieces though, 5 strips, and I was trying to squeeze 6 in there. But it worked, so no problem there. This one I decided just to go with the 5. This was from, I'm guessing maybe a cookbook. I got it in a um, Sunday share or Thankful Thursday. Anyways, it was a request for things for a recipe journal, and so someone sent me these. So that one was bright and colorful, works great there. So that's something to think about. Sometimes you may need to start with your focal point and then build from there. Because this one, I started with the paper, and then I kind of struggled a little bit on what to put there because a lot of my things are aged looking. I tried butterflies. I need to print some new ones. The colors I had were not vibrant enough. I tried some flowers. There was one flower that would have worked, but it was a lot of fussy cutting. So that would have been an option. And my birds, I need to, I guess, print some new birds. But I like how they turned out. 2 completely different themes going on here, but very similar projects. So like I said, make it work for you and whatever project you're working on, or if you just have scraps that you want to use up and you're not even sure what focal point, build the bases, and when you need them, you've got those cards ready to go. And you can also do these on a much smaller scale. These are, big journal cards. I did think about putting the strips this way and then just cutting the card in half and having 2 similar looking cards, and then maybe cutting the corners for tags. So that's an option too, and that would work for those smaller labels that you have. All right, guys. I've talked enough today, and I appreciate you and your time. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.